Pure comedy, let's make some people laugh. Pure comedy, my hat was on backwards. Being able to do stand up comedy sitting down is the ginormous life hack, because being able to do stand up comedy without having to purchase 2 drinks, that's like being able to get free Bitcoin as we stay chemical free, as we delve into a format of comedy where we can laugh, we can get insights, we can watch from the comfort of bed. Ladies, get out of bed. No social media in bed, no smartphones in bed. You've been in bed a little too long. I realize that this is your wake-up call. So before we get out of bed, we're going to do something slightly fun, slightly dirty, slightly non-Christian, which is, what if you had unpure thoughts? What if you had unpure thoughts? What if you're having impure thoughts right now? Does that help you get out of bed? Because that's all the phone sex that you're getting. We're going to go into a topic that's going to need you to be at your kitchen table. The reason I say not at your desk is I've seen your desk. You're unemployed. It's a disaster. And when I say unemployed, I mean you're on vacation from your job. Let's be temporarily unemployed for the most amateur of holidays, New Year's Eve. You see, the tendency for us workaholics is the tendency to always be working. That's why your work desk, it looks like a disaster. It looks like a tornado had sex with a typhoon, and then winds came. The winds of DoorDash, the winds of Uber Eats. Why are there wrappers of food? Not fast food wrappers, DoorDash wrappers. Why are they on your desk right now? Don't clean your desk. Do get out of bed. Head towards your kitchen eating area. We're about to eat up some Larry Chang comedy. We're about to do something that you've never done before on a kitchen table, which is you're going to watch a YouTube video while getting educated, but also doing something you've never done in your entire life, ever. Is this going to be phone sex? Is this going to be only panning? Is this going to be a video where you watch a video and you actually take notes during the video? It is. So, ladies, no face washing required. You can just wear pajamas, 3 pairs of socks. Brr! It's cold out there on the kitchen floor. It's 78 degrees. Don't turn on the heat on your house. Treat it like it's yoga class. Instead of hot yoga, instead of Bikram yoga, this is cold yoga. It's like cold plunge meets yoga. I can't help it. I just come up with these franchises. I literally just made that up. This is stand-up comedy. I'm not reading from a script. You see, cold yoga is because brr, it's cold there in Michigan. Brr, it's cold there in Wisconsin. Why is it only women from the Midwest that move to Arizona that really like my channel? Why? Why? I'm not going to crush on you. I will. Cold yoga. You see, hot yoga, that's boring. Cold yoga is where initially you're freezing and then now you're okay and you're going to start shedding layers. Cold yoga is, before you, Larry, I really wasn't attracted to Chinese guys. I mean, I have one Chinese friend and she's super beautiful and I'm kind of attracted to her, but I've never been attracted to a Chinese guy. That's cold yoga, where I can't date you. A bunch of women say that I'm attractive for an Asian. That's why we're just going to have a platonic relationship called cold yoga warming up. This is a franchise that you can buy for money. This is a franchise, a business idea that you can just steal. I did not say sign an NDA. I did not say patent pending. I'm saying get out of bed. Stop flogging. Dolphin, okay? That's not me, okay? That's your hand. So remove your hand, keep your sticky fingers, grab a pen, and write with your opposite hand. Oh my God, I busted you. Why are you using your offhand to go down there? Oh, is that because he is strange, right? So use your sticky two fingers and grab a pen with your offhand. Who plays with themselves using their offhand? So you're not going to have to write right-handed. You're left-handed, but you were using your right hand. Is that because the other hand itched your itchy butthole? It's creepy how well I know you, right? It's creepy how well I know you, because when you have an itchy butthole at night, ladies, this is the problem, is that your gastrointestinal tract, it's leaking. It's leaking. Have you seen a car? Well, you haven't. Sometimes underneath the car, there's a dirty oil pan of crap. That's because your car, which has got over 100,000 miles, is this crazy? Is this crazy? Do you like my software? The reason I'm reading all y'all so well is that I have special software. It's called CRM software, Crowd Relationship Management. And it allows me to see the fact that you have a car with over 100,000 miles that is leaking oil. You see, your car leaking oil is because the gaskets are not perfectly sealing. The rubber, it's worn out. Don't go get it repaired. No, 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 no. But just repair your leaky gut. Have you ever heard of leaky gut syndrome? I know you have, because you watch those pharmaceutical commercials, and those pharmaceutical commercials, what do? They give you all sorts of health apprehensions and they get inside your head. Women are much more prone to being psychologically programmed by watching TV. Screen time, 8 hours, 18 hours. TV time, 13 hours. This is how I get more than 24 hours in one day. Because you somehow, ladies, have managed to get more than 24 hours of screen time per day. So, leaky gut syndrome. You've heard about it. You have an itchy butthole. You have a dirty hand, your left hand. That's why you go into your vagina with your right hand. Why do you have leaky gut? Larry, are you an OBGYN? Larry, are you an expert in PCOS, giving a PhD talk on polycystic ovarian syndrome? Larry, my grandma's got endometriosis. Am I at risk for having endometriosis? Larry, How do you even know what it means to have your ovarian lining growing outside of your ovaries? How do you even know about this? Is there a similar instance for men? No. No, I just understand vagina super, super, super well. This is stand up comedy. This is day number 31 of the ladies. Sticky fingers to pen, please. Hashtag 55 days of Gemini 3 at SF Super Bowl. Wait, did you just say you're taking me to the Super Bowl? Yeah, I actually am taking you to the Super Bowl. Guess how I'm doing it? Using Gemini 3. You see, you've used AI, OpenAI, which is the worst. You've used OpenAI basically as a search bar because you're too lazy to leave the app to go to Google. I'm not going to criticize you. This is how you try to go on free vacation. You try to get your friend's sugar daddy to pay. You've never had a sugar daddy. Well, you have, but not in the last 4 years. You had a sugar daddy 5 years ago, 2020. This is why I focus on women who are older than 22, younger than 23. This is why you've aged out of sugar daddy, but your friend, she's super hot. You should text her and text me. This is not your new sugar daddy. This is comedy within hashtag 55 days of Gemini 3 at SF Super Bowl for this topic. Reverse sugar daddy. Problem. Your friend, your hot friend, who you're going to introduce me to, you should text us both right now. I'm 650-283-8008. No, I won't repeat it. If you need me to repeat it, it's going to be $5,000. You see, your friend's sugar daddy problem, it's causing her to go bankrupt. This is why when the government starts giving you money, black people stay poor. This is reverse sugar daddy. This is toy drive 67.0. You see, the way a toy drive works is you give a toy to a youth at risk person. That youth at risk person says, I really rather would have had gotten a PlayStation. I really would rather have gotten a Sega. I really rather would have gotten not stuffed animals. This is why government as your sugar daddy causes the citizens to go bankrupt and then die. Reverse sugar daddy solves that because your hot friend, that sugar daddy is causing her to say, this is how life works. I'm always going to be able to have a sugar daddy. That's the thought. You're having pro athlete thoughts. You see, pro athletes, before I started mentoring Tom Brady, we had a shelf life. And then after we stop making money, we go bankrupt. That's sugar daddy, where you think you're always going to be able to have a sugar daddy. You age out of sugar baby. Typically when you turn 27, 28, depending on how much inflammation you have, but definitely by 32, 33, the sugar daddy model, it flips. It flips, causing most people to go bankrupt. This is the same problem that I solved with strippers. Yeah, because it turns out when you start to strip only at Tuesday lunch, basically you're being aged out. Basically you're getting kicked out. Basically you're matriculating. Do you know what that word means? Well, if you think I have a tone that's amazingly mansplaining, I have a video. It's called Larry Chang Mansplains Web 12. I get it. You're attracted to how my brain works. I get it. You're attracted to your first Chinese guy for the first time by saying the not compliment, which is, oh my God, you're so attractive for an Asian. You had to throw in that prepositional phrase, didn't you? Because the way that you mix the sweet with the sour makes it pretty much sour. The only people who can mix the sweet and the sour to be a delicious concoction is not down there below your belt line. It's Chinese people making food. You, how good are you at making food? You, you read the chocolate chip recipe and you say, add salt. I'm just going to use a roll cookie. The salt's already in it. Busted. Stop eating that product from Pillsbury. It's causing you to have endometriosis. How much DoorDash have you been ordering lately, ladies? How much DoorDash have you been ordering? And be honest, in 2025, did you gain the DoorDash 25? Because next year, when the food becomes even more fraudulent, you're probably going to be gaining 26 pounds. This is how the math works. This is Chinese guy math. This is not girl math. This is Chinese guy math. 6 figures. How much money is 7 figures? How much money is 9 figures? 6, 7 figures. How much money is that? How much money is 6 figures? Do you realize that most women under 30 years old will not make $100,000 total? Total. What we're going to do now is literally fifth ask, get out of bed. Get out of bed, and then when you get out of bed, grab a pen. not so gross anymore because my body, it feels amazing. My body, it feels amazing when I drink clove tea. Whoa. But guess what? It makes your body feel amazing. This is the question that I'm posing because people are going to be like, oh, this New Year's going to be different. Well, step one would be, do you ever drink clove tea? Is your body going to be made better because you're battling and solving things that clove tea solves? I even forget what health benefit it is, but my body just feels amazing. Oh, Larry, do you not know what you're talking about? This is the best point of being smart, is sometimes you completely forget why you're doing it. You're just doing it because, one, you have to. You have to make yourself do things that you don't want to do, such as drink gross green tea. It's not gross green tea, but it's kind of gross clove tea. So, has there been a fruit, vegetable, or meat that you eat where you're like, hey, this isn't tasting very good, but I'm going to get into the habit of it? What are we talking about, Larry? I just jumped on. We're talking about, can you get yourself to eat something that you don't love to eat? Am I talking about a dating relationship with Larry Chang? No, because girls tell me, oh my gosh, it's delicious. Girls tell me, oh my gosh, it's not as big as I thought it would be because you're a ginormous human, which is clove tea. Ew. Have you tried clove tea? Because I'm not trying to read the messages inside of my clove tea. I'm saying, instead of saying, hey, did you read the tea leaves? Why don't you just tell me what the tea leaves are saying? Why don't you just tell me what the clove tea is all about? This is what this video is all about, which is, can you watch a YouTube video about clove tea and then say, hey, maybe I can write my own fortune. Hey, maybe I can take this medicinal drink and battle the symptoms that came from clove tea. I don't even remember why I was getting sold clove tea. I don't even remember. I think it had to do with microbials. I think it had to do with saying hello to Levon Price. I love that. Because to finish clove tea while I'm knee-deep in messages already, thank you for jumping on. The topic of this video is vacation conference call. Why did I title it that? Have you guys ever tried to call somebody who's on vacation, who's your team member? Have you guys ever tried to reach out to somebody who told you not to call them in case there was an emergency? Is this an emergency? No, but it's going to be like a 5-alarm fire for humor. So, this video is called Vacation Conference Call. What happens when I get conference called on a vacation? I'm not even the same conservative American who's getting called. I turn into an obnoxious, hello, what do you want? That version of person is often sought after. Why? 1, no filter. 2, kind of funny. 3, you're interrupting me on a vacation. This better be good. And it always is good, which is why this video is going to be good. It's going to be good because we've already talked about green. I should say green tea. We already talked about clove tea. You see, clove tea is a YouTube video that I watched. There's sandalwood something. It's this homeopathic frou-frou. Maybe I was half asleep watching somebody else's YouTube. Maybe I was. So I'm watching this and I'm like, clove tea? Fuck you if it's gonna be $800, because I'm thinking about buying it. Anything less than $800, I'm a buyer. Because I'm not gonna be the rich guy watching YouTube, buying ingredients, and then forgetting why I bought it. So I looked it up. Clove tea is like $6 for a bucket. I'm not even 2/3, I'm over 1/2 full. This whole thing cost less than $10,000. This thing cost less than $10. I'm like, $9, $8. Okay, I'll try it. Tasted like crap. Completely tasted like crap. But why did I keep doing it? Oh my God, I don't remember the YouTube influencer. I don't remember the promised health maladies that it solved. I don't remember any of it. I'm just like you guys, going from video to video, happily marrying random ideas together, not even understanding why I'm continuing to do clove tea. Here's the question, before I get to your guys' comments, okay? Which is, what have you swallowed or eaten that tasted like medicine, that was good for you, and now you continue to do it habitually? What are things that you've eaten? And yes, this is hat tip. Girls who are gonna make that joke of I'd eat it. I'll try to eat it. You're so funny. You're so funny. Thank you for being funny. VP has jumped in with some great points, Larry. Oh, vacation conference call, vacation videos. That's why this channel feels different, because I'm not yearning to monetize. I made one dumb video and made obscene amounts of money. Is this the Sigma mindset? Have you guys watched those videos? Have you guys seen the segments called Funny Shiitake that I've watched on YouTube? Yeah. I had one good segment. The next Monday, I got distracted because it was the holidays, and the wagon wheels fell off of the segment Breakout, which is funny videos I saw on YouTube. Well, this is one of the funny videos that I saw on YouTube, the Sigma mindset. So, Sigma mindset is where men don't want to be alpha males or beta males. They're going to be a Sigma male. And I'm like, did you just make that up? And so Sigma male is like a 007, which was a segment also, How to Be James Bond 007, How to Be James Bond, which is Sigma male. So what I understand that's also funny of a Sigma male is it's a guy, he doesn't give a fuck. That's his whole attitude, which is he's a Sigma male. He's gonna just look max and max while he microdoses. Is that the new leader of the Sigma males? Very hard to type and talk. Very hard. Not even like walking talking and chewing gum. Oh my God, why can't? Perfect! 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 Perfect placement of the dot. Because YouTube technology, it's 1/4 baked. It's 1/4 baked. Don't be intimidated by Silicon Valley. YouTube, aka Google, aka Alphabet, has technology that is 1/4 baked. You're witnessing it. Conference call on a vacation. That's a Sigma mail, which is, I'm not getting paid for this conference call. Well, I'm getting paid in this conference call, but let's just use the example of you're calling a friend who's on vacation. You're calling a person who's not scheduled to work on your shift, and you now have a work question, which is, Larry, explain to me how to fix this McDonald's ice cream machine. Larry, walk me through the 59th day of the 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. You're the only person who took notes. We now are trying to sign $1 million deal. Do you mind jumping on a conference call for 90 minutes during your vacation? Sorry, I was a jerk to you by not letting you go on vacation. But now that you're doing this, I'm going to not give you 1 day of vacation back. Now you're going to be meeting a person who literally wants to kill coworkers from 1,000 miles away. You're talking now to a person who is mentally checked out. Why? Because that's what vacation is. You're supposed to be mentally checked out. Now you're experiencing this. It's not a rant. It's just an expose on, hey Larry, I kind of now understand why your YouTube channel has elements of insight, angst, and anger, and a giant dose of usefulness, which is us experiencing 2 crabs, 1 pot. You see, the viewership will continue to be low until my morale improves. Yes, that joke is funny. I'm not going to retell it. Oh, it's about to get base and basic funny. We're talking about not Sigma male humor, funny videos that I've watched on the internet. Now we can just remember this. Clove tea, it works. It's super cheap. It's great. It's $7 for this whole bucket. It's $7. There's no link. There's no link in the description below. There's no link. It's just clove. It makes your body feel amazing. It's about to get funny. Larry, where's the comedic portion of this content? It's coming up. 2 crabs, 1 pot. A crab. It's a little thing with claws. It has no meat. It's expensive as fuck. Crab sandwich. Crab salad. Crabs in a pot. When there's 2 crabs in a pot, that's a relationship. Now, a crab of pots, a pot of crabs, they want to leave the pot. Have you ever cooked crabs before? They're always trying to escape. But they don't escape in a cohesive, strategic way. They're climbing on top of each other. This is not racism. This is not me talking about
It's not. It's crabs trying to leave the pot, not being organized. But what's two crabs in a pot, Larry? Two crabs in a pot is a relationship. Let's say I'm a guy and I'm in a relationship. And let's say I lose 30 pounds, but I'm still 6'4". What does she say? What does she say when the Starbucks barista looks at me going, hey, can I fuck you in stairwell 9 in 15 minutes? And you're like, what? What? And then guess who's gonna yell at you? Your significant other. Why? Because it's two crabs in a pot. She's angry that you lost 20 pounds. Have I just described to you the answer to future divorce that you won't have to experience? Have I also explained to you how I get crabs and gonorrhea? I'm in a personal timeout. This is a conference call into YouTube. Why? Because I'm on the sidelines right now. I'm out of commission. Sexually transmitted diseases, crabs, two crabs, one pubic area. Two crabs, one pot. Two crabs. Are you in a crabby relationship? Let's conference call into Larry Chang. Let's conference call into Larry Chang because he seems to have a bunch of answers and he's not doing shit all right now. He's on vacation. Let's try to pick his brain via a monologue. One crab, one pot, one you. You see, when we have a crab mindset, we don't look at the crab and say, hey, is that a Chinese cowboy eating Dungeness crab that's $300 just for lunch? Because that's what people are doing right now on vacation. They're eating lunches for two people for $300. Is this a Oriental cowboy? Is this a Oriental cowboy, Chinese cowboy, American cowboy on vacation talking to me about crab? Because we need to solve this two crabs, one pot problem. I solved it from vacation. Why? I'm also the guy on vacation going to a shopping mall, seeing a store. It's called Tommy Bahama. It's called Tommy Bahama. It's called Tommy Bahama. I can't help it. I'm on vacation. You see, for money, I turn around companies. You see, for money, I turn around people on YouTube. Well, money and giggles and shits. People have seen it. It's a magical thing. This is me explaining my business model to you. Is I would do my job even if it were free. I would do this job even if it were free. I am so knee-deep in messages. I'm sorry that I'm so slow. It's just because I've never been crushed by so many people talking. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your energy. Hi from Melvin Gallup, New Mexico. What's up? I love New Mexico. Las Cruces, the 505. I'm bad at understanding comedy. Sorry, I'm just being honest. You're not bad at understanding comedy. Some of these jokes are educational purposes only. They're also meant to entertain me. Why? Because this is a conference call coming in from a guy on vacation. A guy on vacation. I'm not getting distracted. You see, two crabs, one pot, that's a relationship. Meaning this. What which is two crabby people stuck together, aka a relationship, is actually one crab, one you. Your girl is just angry that you lost weight 20 pounds. My girl, she's angry because someone's sexual market is rising, someone else's sexual market value is falling. This is what's funny about one crab, one person. Are you in a relationship with a person who's crabby? Are you in a relationship with a person that doesn't let you take a nap? Are you in a relationship with a person that says, oh my gosh, you're going to dress like that? I'm going to need to change. You might be a co-founder of a company where the co-founder's working, you're taking a nap, and then the co-founder's like, you're going to just take a nap and wake up all fresh? You see, when you're dating somebody who's crabby, you're unknowingly getting gaslit. You use words like narcissism. You just don't realize that an alternative lifestyle for you could be two girls, one cup of knowledge. Because you're getting gaslit on vacation. What's gaslighting, Larry? I know how everyone else uses it. This is gaslighting at the core, the first principles component of gaslighting, which is you're in a relationship with a person and they're reducing the energy. That's gaslighting, where you normally would put this amount of kerosene flowing to the light. You reduce it, you reduce it, you reduce it ever so slowly. Your relationship person, they think they're going blind because they're being gaslit, meaning the gas consumption, the kerosene rate burn is reduced. Your room is getting darker and darker and darker. There's no flaming unicorn in the distance as a beacon for, hey, it's a clean and well-lit place. It's the opposite, which is why it's not clean and it's not well-lit. That's gaslighting, is reducing kerosene. Kerosene used to be expensive. Kerosene used to power lighting. That's what's meant by gaslit. Larry, what's two crabs, one pot? What's two crabs, one pot? What's two crabs, one pot? What's two girls, one cup? So once you ask questions that are difficult, or you ask questions that are empowering, you become empowered. Your small penis joke is perfectly on cue because here I am trying to transfer power, the power of laughter, the power of insight, the power of colloquial, low socioeconomic, into money, money, money. Wait a minute, is this supposed to be funny? I don't understand. I'm confused. Am I moderating? Right now, you don't know the difference between attendee and speaker. Right now, you don't know the difference between traditional guest and moderator. Right now, you don't know the difference between your butthole and your mouth hole. Everything's inverted. You're all turned around. Let me try to straighten you out. No judgments if you put things into your butt because it looks like your friend does. Not your friend, your brand new friend. So let me straighten you out with how the digestive tract works, where you put nutritious food in your mouth and you poop it out the back perfectly. These are vacation thoughts. Putting clove tea, no link in the description. description below. No commission required. Free advice. Free advice. Not a bad vice, it's free vice, which is you put clove tea in your mouth and out your penis or your vagina or your selected transgender uric acid expulsion device pees out toxins. Clove tea makes your body feel amazing. Do you see how I took the negative comments within CRM, which is crowd relationship management? Wow, thank you. Compliments actually slow me down, but I'll say thank you because I do like your positive energy. I do like your positive energy. What's up, Larry? I'm taking the comedy in stride today. Ooh. What you're also going to do is take this prayer also in stride. Let's pray real quick. Father, Lord, it's us. It's people that watch YouTube and me, Larry Chang. Father, Lord, thank you. Thank you for our Sunday vibe on a Monday. Also, thank you for the vacation vibe, even though some of you guys are cheating your employer by being at work on a Monday, not taking a vacation day. Kudos to you for semi-cheating your employer. Let's, before the end of this video, uncheat our employer because we're cheating on our employer by watching Larry Chang on a conference call while praying to Jesus. Remember, as Christians, we don't want to cheat our employer because we're kind of cheating our employer right now by not taking a vacation day on Monday and jumping on YouTube. But I swear, your employer is going to get some ROI. Father, Lord, thank you for talking about money so much in the Bible. Thank you for the abundance. Also, Lord, thank you for exposing people that are curious about Jesus. Also, Lord, thank you for temporary brightness because via the last 2 YouTube lives, we watched people that had dark, negative energy step into the light of a Christian video that was incorporating an average of 2.6 prayers per video over 100 YouTube lives. Lord, do you like how that wasn't an advertising message? That was a Jesus promotional message. Thank you, Jesus, for new people who maybe have never prayed before. And thank you, Jesus, for realizing, hey, we could unhook a dark passenger. Lord Jesus, we might feel dark forces around us. This is how to remove them with this simple participatory prayer, which is, Lord, please protect me and be with me as a substitute for this dark devil that sometimes whispers negative shit in my ear. I wonder if Jesus also had Lucifer in his ear when he was being crucified. Ooh. What if we prayed for Lucifer? Lucifer, why don't you just say you were wrong and then apologize? Just apologize, say you're wrong. This game ends. You can't stop. You should stop. Or your old attitude was you can't stop, you won't stop. Can anyone stop this prayer? Nope. Because I can't stop. I won't stop praying. Father, Lord, thank you for the insights to do a turnaround of a piece of turd company, AMC. Just thank you. Thank you for Silent Night, Deadly Night. Thank you for blessing Sarah with her movie opening much higher than unexpected, Silent Night, Deadly Night, executive produced by Sarah. Meeting expectations so well that the movie was greenlit for a sequel. Father Lord, thank you for being able to take no money and make money. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So, since you're cheating your employer by watching a Larry Chang YouTube live, let's try to ask the question, which is, that was Lucifer talking through you. Chang has gone full psychotic disconnect. Oh, this is me on vacation praying. That was the last time that your dark devil is going to influence you. We just prayed your gay away. We just prayed your neurodivergence away. We just prayed it away. Running dangerously low on battery. Dangerously low. Sometimes I have a hard time slipping it in because it's got so much friction. So you don't have to be upset that you think that Jesus doesn't exist. My proof is, look at the calendar. Is it 2023? No, it's almost 2026, the year of our Lord. Look at the calendar. Look at the calendar. Look at the calendar. It's 2025, the year of Jesus Christ. That's when you know you lived the life well. It was when you're like, oh, you know what? We got to reset the calendar. It's not a game changer. It's a calendar changer. But hey, if you want to live in darkness via the satanic calendar of some random time, know that that's what Roman numerals are. Confusing as fuck. LX is the Super Bowl number. Bread and circus. If you're cheating your employer right now, let's uncheat your employer with this cheat code for your employer. Periodic. Me showing off by staying on script while I'm showing off the fact that it was one girl, one book, no cup of coffee. It was just a girl sitting there reading her book, hoping to be talked to by a tall, dark, handsome man with a really magical penis that's currently timed out.
What's up? What action have you taken? What action have you taken? What action have you taken? What action have you taken based on new information? What action have you taken based on feeling the vibe, the positive energy vibe? Larry, I really dig your vibe. Your positive energy model, it really works for me. I've got a question for you. Do all 6'2" Chinese people talk and walk the same? The reason I can't do that is you don't want to do that. Every time you're about to take 3 steps forward, you take 5 to 15 steps back. So I cannot. You see, I'm going to walk you through again for a 5th time, but this is how we're going to do it this time. I know you better than you know yourself. You see, you're going to send me $6. I'm going to give you 7 things to do. They're going to be the easiest things that you'll ever have done. Each of the 7 things, you'll get $1 back. I'm not trying to pay you $1. I'm trying to wire your brain correctly because your wiring, it's broken because every one thing you do, I'm going to give you $1 back because you've actually never made a profit before. This is when guys talk to women and they're trying to make a prostitute into a good woman. Her brain is wired on 700 Ds. This is me wiring as the vagina whisperer. I don't want you to send me $6, but the theory behind it is send $6. I will give you $1 back when you do one of the things. You see, you've got to trick your brain into doing something new. And guess what? 1-1-26, that's not going to work. Yeah, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And this is where we're not even into our mentor relationship. You're already having a fight with me. Larry, I made a lot of money this year on silver, Larry. I was right all along. Question, Larry, can I pay you $14? You fly to Cleveland or Armpit. Can I pay you $15 to be my employee? You asked that as a question. You legit asked that as a question. You legit asked that as a question. You legit asked that as a question. Not putting you in timeout. Not putting you in timeout. Your friend wants to cornhole you. That's the level of commitment to entrepreneurship excellence. A question that's slightly better than, hey Larry, can I hire you for $15 an hour so I could be a millionaire? Remember Leroy Jenkins, Leroy Jam, whatever iteration of a name change you're on. This is a slightly better question. Do all 6'2" Chinese guys walk and talk the same way? That's actually a slightly better question because then you would have studied Tim Chang, John Teo. Then you would have studied Ed Chen, Bruce Wang, Larry Cheng. Because I'm not 6'2", I'm 6'5". But when at least you ask the question of, Larry, do all 6'2", 6'3" Chinese guys walk and talk the same? Now you realize, yeah, because 3 VCs at Fund of Founders. When you don't study between YouTube lives, you're going to come to a YouTube live 3 steps behind where you should be. Larry, do all 6'2" Chinese guys walk and talk the same? Yes, because when you talk to us, we're 2% better every month. The comedy of triples. Ed Chen, Bruce Wang, Larry Chang. It's funny because it's just like John Teo, Tim Chang, Leslie Cheng. It's also the comedy of triples to be Justin Kan, Jason Shen, Larry Chang. Justin Kan, Y Combinator, Yale. Jason Shen, Y Combinator, Stanford University. Larry Chang, Harvard, Cheng. Larry Chang is Stanford, but mostly Wharton, but really University of Illinois. Do all 6'2" Chinese guys know about Founders Fund? Do all 6'2" Chinese guys know about Fund of Founders? Number 7, a joke franchise. Good job paying attention. Good job with your brain. You see, a joke franchise just happened because Founders Fund is the joke. Happy New Year! How are you? Good to see you. We're dropping jokes inside of comedy, which is being hilarious, doing stand-up comedy, sitting down. What would be a joke fund of money? That would be Fund of Founders 9. When we crank through jokes, we matriculate into understanding Roman numerals. Why are they so hard to understand? Roman numerals are meant to keep the people in the dark. Roman numerals make it impossible to do math. Roman numerals are a symptom of why women and men are having a hard time right now with the economy. How's your math skills? Do you show up at math class without having taken math before math class? That's what this channel is. For example, what they don't teach you in school. Eye drops, they actually dry out your eyeball. Dandruff shampoo, it actually ruins your scalp, causing you to be addicted to dandruff shampoo. Products that are sold to you, would you like to take an antidepressant drug? Oops, side effect is you kill yourself 15% of the time. Would you like therapy? Peer pressure you to go to therapy. Has modern therapy, modern psychology, ever solved a problem? Or are you just unwittingly part of somebody else's business model? Wittingly, unwittingly, what other products work opposite of the way that they're sold? That would be Roman numerals, because it sounds very mystical and specific. Super Bowl LVIII. That would be Super Bowl 58 2 years ago, because this year is February 8, 2026 Super Bowl, which is Super Bowl LX. When I say Super Bowl LVIII, what we're doing is what we're doing is becoming able to not take a dump on the street. Because when you're asking, hey, Larry, can I poo in the street? I'm saying, Indian people, when you eat cow poop, you're trying to take power over the fact that there's poop everywhere. In the same way that you throw homosexual Hail Marys, you cum or poo or pee in your hand and you throw it everywhere. That's something I had a hard time understanding. You see, Roman numerals at least had a sewage system from 2026 years ago. You see, look at the calendar, it's Jesus 1. But now look at your sewage system inside of Pakistan and India. The sewage system, it doesn't exist. It's one big brown river of poop water. There are people showering right now in poop water. This is Roman numerals. Did I answer your question about where you can poop? Cool. Let's delve into, perfectly on script, what Nick Fuentes got right, what Nick Fuentes got wrong. You see, when you let everybody talk equal amounts, instead of just letting the genius people talk, the dumb people expose themselves. But they don't just expose dumb people being dumb, because that's mildly entertaining. What's massively entertaining is I didn't know that some dumb people are dumb because of incest. You see, the dumbest people in America, they live in Oregon. People in Oregon, they date their own family members. But it's not just cousins marrying cousins. India, Pakistan, I'm going to get to you in a moment. Jewish people who have sex with family members inside your Jewish family, I'm going to get to you guys in a second. But what happens is you ask questions. Larry, can I defecate right here? Your mouth is defecating into your keyboard. I drink. I could have peed in the streets. You see, sewage and discarding pee and poo, that's a 2025-year-old technology. Rome was cleaner than most parts of India and Pakistan. What we're exploring here is Nick Fuentes. I can't believe what he said about Indian people and Pakistani people was actually true. I didn't know that eating poop, with the vice president, I'll quote him, eating shit, I didn't know that that's actually a practice. Playing 5D chess versus a boomer. Hitler, Darth Vader, scarcity mindset. Chicago, Marshall Fields. Counter interrogation. When people ask you, hey, are you Larry Chang? You're going to need to be able to counter interrogate the bad questions. Sometimes questions aren't just disempowering. Sometimes questions are meant to bait people into, oh my God, the Portland area has a ginormously high contingent of family members that are trying to have sex with other family members. When I heard that, I was like, you mean 23-year-old first cousins having sex with 24-year-old first cousins? I have a lot of hot first cousins. That's why I thought that. But family member sex, it's darker, and let's just say the age disparity is not 1 year. Citing an uncle at Marshall Field Security. Interrogation. John R. Reed, he's the father of modern interrogation. I met him via Marshall Field's security. You see, it turns out 1 in 4 employees, back when the economy was good, was trying to do active damage to their own company. 1 in 4 employees. Now that the economy is going to hell in a handbasket, that number, I'm going to guess, is significantly higher. What number am I talking about? I'm talking about employees that are trying to actively damage their company via theft, via pilfering, via espionage, via shoplifting from your own company, via pilferage. When you're questioning these employees that are stealing, there's a methodology for interrogation. Did you steal the money for your drug habit, or did you steal money to feed your kids? Gotcha clips. When you ask questions and people say answers, most people lie 15, 20%. When you understand that truth, it makes asking questions more directional. Just because I'm not responding to the boob selfies that you're sending, that doesn't make the Texan that you're talking to LGBT. Just because you're sending boob pictures, aka boob selfies, aka bathroom selfies, and I'm not responding with a thumbs up emoji, don't think that it's not because your boobs are nice. It's just because I currently have a girlfriend. Thank you for throwing vagina at 100 miles an hour. Inside pitch, chin music. Because I can imagine my chin on your boobs. I can. But the reason I don't respond, your boobs are lovely, by the way. They're lovely. But the reason I don't respond is, and by the way, I looked up your geotag. Those are legit pictures. At first I thought those are fake pictures from the internet. Oh no, you took those pictures 12:26 at 8:15 a.m. Miami time. So kudos to you. Kudos. Your boobs are amazing. The reason I'm not responding to them isn't because I'm gay, the way that you're now patrolling. The reason for that is I don't want to have a relationship start where, hey, daddy, how did you meet mommy? Oh, she threw vagina at me 117 miles an hour, chin music. Gotcha clips. A part of me doesn't respond to your boob selfies because I'm worried that you're actually a robot asking me for, hey, send me something naked of yours. Gotcha. Gotcha. So when you're projecting your economic situation, you're explaining more about your economic situation than you are understanding my economic situation. Because while there's Stanford everywhere, the amount of student debt I have in going to Stanford, undergrad, Stanford, business school, Stanford PhD, is $0. Why? Is it because I self-funded my education? Sort of. It's because I didn't attend Stanford University. I did not attend Stanford University, I actually paid to work there. Everyone was hoping that eventually I would go away. This is how to make me go away from Stanford University. You give me a PhD and you give me compliments. Guys like me get bored in a hurry. This is not my first rodeo. Number 9, what Nick Fuentes got right, what Nick Fuentes got wrong. You see, when you say negative things, I get empowered. That's why I rose. You see, at Stanford, I paid $3 for what other people pay $275,000 from. That's what this channel is about. You should be able to work at the Golden Arches after about 5 years of trying to do YouTube. You're not even monetized. I'm monetizing me while I'm monetizing you, as there's a unicorn literally sitting above my head. Let's explain monetization. You absolute retard. This is what it is. Forgive yourself. Everybody's retarded compared to me. Everybody. This is monetization. We do not want to let a technology overlord be our monetization. What's a tech overlord? That would be Yang Fang, which is Facebook, Alphabet, which is YouTube. Did you know that? Did you know that Google Alphabet owns YouTube? Did you even know that my friends started YouTube from the University of Illinois? No pressure, okay? Keep up. Stanford honorary degree coming from Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, Larry Chang, imminently, which is being able to monetize, which is, Larry, is it true that I can spend $3 and make $275,000? It is. It is. Because the $3 for $275,000, it works like this. Fang Yang is Netflix, Google, Alphabet, Facebook. Yang Fang is Google, Netflix, that A company that Joe Lonsdale started, Aribatha, and then Y is Y Combinator. So Yang Fang is a knee-jerk reaction to big tech. So big tech is basically 40 to 80% of the US economy. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It was bullshit back when it was 10% of the economy. Now that it's 50% of the economy, it's BS that we can actually benefit from. Why? Because if everybody is eating and drinking poop, we're in a caste system of let's try to eat slightly less poop. Let's try to not see this as, oh, this is all recording in some shows. What this is spinning up deliciously specific content. We're still talking about monetization, not my first rodeo. You see, when I say this truth, this pulls you up out of the shit. What is YouTube? It's brain rot. It's lying people who are trying to get you to buy a workshop while they themselves are leasing a sports car, doing content in their vehicle while not even being a single-digit millionaire. That's the lowest form of humanity in Silicon Valley, is a single-digit millionaire. the lowest. And that's not meant to disparage people who only have a single digit number of millions. That's to explain the difference between base camp and ceiling. So in athletics, people talk about a concept similar to monetization, which is I allocated draft capital for the dead last pick, Mr. Irrelevant, draft pick number 262. I allocated draft capital. That draft capital, you don't know what popcorn is going to pop. This is why you don't outsource monetization to Fang Yang. You don't outsource your ability to make financial literate learnings based on what technology tells you to do. That's why you're 20 years away from a 4-year degree. That's why you're 9 years away from a 4-year degree, because you think you're 4 years away from a 4-year degree to Stanford University. You're actually 15 to 18 years away from that 4-year degree. Me, it would take me less than 12 months to get a 4-year Stanford engineering degree. That math is correct. This is also correct math. This is not popular. The reason there are 2 other people watching with you is these truths, they're going to be popular, but only after 10 more years where the Great Depression, it's no longer going to be a secret. People are going to turn America into a third world country. Enjoy poop everywhere. Enjoy poop everywhere. It's beginning to shit a lot like a shitty country. It's beginning to shit a lot like Shitgistan. Everywhere I look. Solution. Spend $3, try to make $275K, which is this. That's how I got into Stanford is I spent $3 on a used textbook. Have you heard me ever mention Irv Grosbeck? You see Irv Grosbeck as the owner of the Boston Celtics. That's how you see him. And then you see him as, no way does Larry even know him. Cool, do you get to go to Boston Celtics games? I would not watch NBA pro basketball courtside, even if it were free. Why? Because if I'm sitting courtside at Irv Grosbeck Boston Celtics game, they would say, hey, dude, can you sub in? You look like you're really good at basketball. Why do all the famous people come over and ask you questions? I'm not going to go sit somewhere that should be a vacation and then people ask me work-related questions, right? This is how you can not only be impressed at what I know, but also be impressed at how I learned it. You see, I was not always friends with Irv Grosbeck. I was not always mentor-mentee with Irv Grosbeck because I used to not know him. But how did I get to know him? Almost better than he knows himself. Ask yourself that question. Monetization. The whole key to this game is to not spend any money to make money. This is the perfect time in the economy to do this. Why? Because people are depressed out of their mind. Depressed out of their mind. They're depressed out of their mind because the economy's depressed. It's just being hidden from you. I won't hide anything from you. I'm not going to hide anything from you. I'm definitely not going to hide the fact that you should buy one new pair of socks for yourself. The joke of, hey, I got you socks. Here's your problem right now is you're wearing 3-day-old socks. Here's the problem. Your socks, they're not in the best condition. By buying at least one new pair of socks, you're going to understand monetization. Because what we're doing with monetization is understanding that we're DJing trash into treasure. You're welcome. Monetization, $3 into $275,000. Don't let this intimidate you, which is being able to take a book that you buy for less than $10 and then asking yourself, oh my God, Larry Chang made $275,000. If you're Chinese, this is going to work great for you. This is just your parents making you take math class before math class. That's what the $3 textbook is used for, is being able to benefit $275,000 for a $4 book. You see, I understand why some people like Nick Fuentes read books and some people don't ever read a book. It's because you've never financially benefited from reading a book. It's because for you, a book is a financial detriment because you buy a book because you get all excited that somebody recommended this book and the benefits of having read this book. For example, New Venture Creation and The Entrepreneur. You get all excited, but then you buy the book, and then now that you own the book, it's reminding you that you bought a book for $50. You haven't read 2 chapters. You bought a book for $14 because you bought the paperback version. It's damaged. Your brain's damaged. You haven't read 2 pages. And when you think, I can't read, that's projection in 4K. Because when you think, I can't read, we did a video yesterday on, I'm going to force you to read 5 pages, Dylan Haley. You can't read. So I am proving it right now because I'm quoting you page numbers from a book that I read, obviously, but I also memorized. This is Mushi, Mushi, Mushi. Because this is on the other side of you not being able to read, is you never quoting book, chapter, verse, which is you're going to prove to other people that you can kind of read. This is the trick. This one trick is going to make this video the most valuable video you've ever watched. Congratulations on making moderator, though. I will not demote you. Which is Mushi, Moshia, Mushi. This is from a future book that I read and wrote. Yes, I use AI to write books that I then read. Why? Because this book, it's currently in my head right now. Enjoy page 172 from the book Mushi Mushi Mushi, which is a sequel with a bibliography. Do you know what a bibliography is, non-reader? A bibliography is where the book that you're reading, it came from another book. Mushi Mushi Mushi, it came from chapter 13 of a book called Limitless. Limitless, written by Jim Quick. Limitless. I wish I had a copy nearby. Limitless. I wish I had a copy nearby. This book is ginormous, and treating this book like it's a card trick takes ginormous hands. Where I'm holding up the book one-dimensionally and then showing you the book three-dimensionally. You see, chapter 13 of his book is on memory. And when you say, I don't think you can read, prove it, you're proving it to yourself using mushi, mushi, mushi. Larry, you keep saying that. Are you fucking speaking Chinese? You gloriously gorgeous man? Are you speaking Chinese to me? Because I don't know any Mandarin. Actually, you sly girl. You take Mandarin classes, you know what mushi is. Because in my super American born Chinese accent, I'm saying mushi, but if my pronunciation worked better, it would be moxie. Moxie is the torture of a tiger dad, tiger mom, making a kid not only read, but also, I know, I'm hitting my marker, producer, I'm hitting my marker. Not only being able to read, but to memorize and write out what you just read. Where you have to memorize 3 paragraphs and then write out all 3 paragraphs. If you make more than 3 mistakes, you gotta do it all over again. Think about that torture. Moxie. Moxie is literally brain torture, where you have to memorize it and you have to write it. Remember, I don't even know how to write Chinese. Now I gotta memorize Chinese, 3 paragraphs of it, in a 3 paragraphs. Like I have to memorize 3 paragraphs. And then I gotta write it all out in Chinese. It's literally torture. People right now can't even write 12 sentences. This is who you're doing battle against, which is people who can moxie. Why do I say moxie, moxie, moxie? I say this because this is free money, because your brain now operates where you remember what you write down. You're doing mushi 3 times. Initially, you hear something new, monetization, $3 into $275,000. Most people, the way they listen is, oh, cool. I just met the smartest human on the planet. He's trying to get me to be slightly better. I'm too intimidated to start. Or you could be watching this video from South Asia. And when I say Asia South, I mean way south. When I'm saying Asia, I mean it's not even Asian. Stop calling Chinese people Asian, because that's worse than the N word hard R. N word hard R is like cool. Soft A, cool. Calling a Chinese person Asian is not cool because of South Asian. Because if you're watching from South Asia, great at English, good job. You would hear this and say, this is some form of Jew God. This is some form of a Jew God. Jugaad. I didn't know that Hindi and Yiddish were the same language because I am a Jew God, King of the Jews, explaining to you Jew God. The reason I'm doing this is to explain to you what Jew God is. You see, Hindi is so close, but so far away. Command of the English language, incredibly high. Entrepreneurship spirit via Jew gods. JBA, it's free. What do I do this for? You're going to get a Jew God in business administration, aka a JBA, better than an MBA. Why? Because you went to the MIT of IIT, or you went to the MIT of India. I went to the University of California in Illinois. Stop saying that you went to the Harvard of India. Just stop saying that. Just stop saying that. Because now you can go to the Stanford of Stanford via Chad Hurley and Steve Chen's website, YouTube. Just say thank you. Just say thank you because your brain right now, it's on too much Jew godding, which is this a scam? You see, I'm broadcasting the signal from the capital of Silicon Valley, Austin, Texas. Well, technically Miami, but it's one of the same ecosystem. Why? Because it's one short nap to fly into SJC, OAK, SFO. Ewy. Sometimes I do fly commercial. I sometimes fly You Need It. United is you need it because sometimes the airplane gas is $60,000 or first class $500 round trip. And you're like, $500 round trip? How shitty is this economy? How shitty is this economy? Jew God in business administration. Larry, are you just making up degrees? No, that's your country. This is a real degree. This is what I'm talking about. You see, Stanford University, we use these specialized books and technology. The books that we use are called textbooks. You've never used a textbook because you never graduated from your four-year school. You have never bought a textbook of a class that you should have learned from and then self-studied. Remember how many times you said, oh, a college degree, it's just a piece of paper. Well, that piece of paper you don't need. I agree. But you kind of do need 3 to 5 of the courses that they teach at that school that you say it's just a piece of paper. Self-study, that's reading a book. Self-study, that's mushy, mushy, mushy. Self-study, which is impossible because dopamine. Self-study on your phone, being distracted. Self-study, not only studying it once, but memorizing critical passages. Larry, what do you do this for? I'm doing this because I want to make $575,000 from retards. You see, retards will never pay $575,000 for this because you're retarded. You're retarded. It's okay. But the reason that this video is going to resonate is you're going to learn, oh my God, this guy is actually retarded, but rich. All he did was mushy, mushy, mushy. What is mushy, mushy, mushy? I'm listening now. You have my full attention. Mushy, mushy, mushy is one line of code, not written into a computer. It's written into your Jew God wallet. It's written into your Jew wallet. This is not Yiddish. This is Hindi. Jew God, which is written into your wallet. This is the one line of code that you're writing into your wallet. It's the first person to say audiobook loses. Let me repeat this fortune cookie. If you've never been to a PF Chang's, it's affordable Chinese food that's incredibly high quality, priced at terrifically affordable price points. You should be eating 5 meals a week at my PF Chang's. Don't creep on me when you see a 6'7" guy in a cowboy hat eating PF Chang's at the bar with his dog. At the end of the meal at PF Chang's, which is delicious food that's super affordable, that's also available on DoorDash, Uber Eats. They give you the friendly, super friendly, hospitable staff that's very service oriented. Staff will give you 1 or 2 fortune cookies. Some of you can't wait till you've eaten your delicious lettuce wraps or the Dan Dan street noodles. Delicious. Some of you can't wait until you've eaten all the egg drop soup. Some of you guys have no time preference. You want to break into that fortune cookie right away. I'm not going to judge, okay? Sometimes girls want to have sex with me right away. I get it. Your brain's broken. You want to open the fortune cookie right away. I get it. Your brain's broken. You want to unzip my trouser snake right now. I get it. Ladies, I get it. You don't want to wait for date number 9. You've been flogging your dolphin 2 Larry Chang videos. Did I answer your question for what do you do this for? Because when women use this financial advice as porn, this is how you now fall asleep. The old way to fall asleep is you watch a Larry Chang video about credit or Duck 9, deeply understanding crypto knowledge. Duck 9, deeply understanding credit knowledge. 9, credit code 9 charge-offs. Deeply understanding digital credit. $STRC, hashtag LABCS 1459. Did I just make $575K plugging PF Chang's Stanford online YouTube channel? You guys should subscribe. The cost of it over on Chad and Steve's website, Chad Hurley, Steve Chen's website, it's still $0. In fact, some of you guys are watching on YouTube. You don't even need to leave the platform. Attention engine. Do I have your attention now? It feels like you're finally understanding how to become supernatural. Larry, did you just make another $575,000 plugging? Plugging, because ladies, I'm not going to have sex with you until date number 13. Dinner first, coach. Buy me dinner, Buy me a first class ticket, buy yourself a coach class ticket, stop sending bathroom selfies from 2+ years ago. This is how good I am at technology, is when you send me a bathroom selfie, I have the technology to be able to understand where you took that picture, if that's even you, and what year you took it. Mushi, mushi, mushi. That was not a side quest. That was not a sidebar. That was not a side stream. You are not my side chick. This is being able to memorize your own script while being able to plug, I'm gay. I love your channel. Ho! Welcome, welcome. Leave your sexuality out of it. I don't care about your sexuality.